Odd guy, hello. We're a little tinsy bit early. I'm just firing off some tweets to say what we're doing. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, we're almost there, guys. We're almost about to start. If anyone does have any questions about the Wonderjam, flag them up, get them in the comments. Nice. You see, I'm just like tootling along today. I'm just gonna make stuff in dreams as well. So I thought I might as well go live. And then if anyone does have any questions about the jam, then I can field that stuff. Even though it's not very complicated, it's pretty straightforward. All the information you need is pretty much right there. But people like questions, and I'm here if that's what they want. Oh, look at that. It's my own robot. It's my wife, somewhere in the house. Right. Are we sick of the screen yet? I know I am. Okay, thank you for your patience. If you're just joining the stream, Master Day Trader, what are we doing? So, I don't know if, I'm hoping everyone in the chat knows already, but we're doing for dreams. I really wanted to go back in time to what was my favourite part of dreams when If This came out, which was, I really like the holiday period, the festive period, where all the dreams were sort of on theme. and it was the first sort of sense I had of like we were this one community, and it was great. And obviously, you know, things have naturally trailed off as the game is coming to an end, and I just thought it'd be nice to try and recapture some of that magic, if only for a month. So I came up with this Winter Wonderjam because the Christmas period, the festive period, is my favourite part of Dreams. Hence, you know, the white Crash Bandicoot ripoff you see in front of you. And yeah, I just thought it'd be nice if I could try and get a few people to post some really good stuff in Dreams this December. And if nothing else, I'll have some fun stuff to play and we'll post it on YouTube. And you're going to get another Jackie Frost out of it, which is great. Excuse me while I open a drink. There we go. So tonight we are just going to be working my project. Oh, there we go. We're just going to be doing some casual creation. So that's that. It's there if you need it. It's in Dreams. It's live. We're good to go. And you're going to watch me try and remember how to make stuff in this game, because I was never very good at it. Let's check the old notifications. Oh, we got some likes. So what I am doing is I'm keeping track of everyone that's sending me their entries for the Winter Wonderjam. Not too many yet, as you'd expect, because we've not long announced it, and you've still got until the 15th of December to get your stuff in. But I do have a collection somewhere. Here it is. There we go. So we got 4 entries so far, which ain't bad. Ain't bad at all. I did see 8 Monkey Boys submission. 8 Monkey Boys. Yes, amazing. I can't believe they did that so quickly. It looks so good. They've really become like a savant with these tools. I remember when we were doing the top 10 dreams regularly, the amount of times that person would like snag the cover screen because their stuff just looks so good. But it's just the speed as well. It's just crazy good. I'm not that good at dreams. I'm not that good at creating because we never did all that much of it. But we're trying, and this is what I'm working on. If you haven't played the first Jackie Frost, I'm incredibly proud of it. Probably more proud than I should be. There it is. And I recommend you try that if you haven't played it. It's a really nice Christmas platforming game. It's a bit cheeky. It's very funny. It only takes you like 15-20 minutes to play. It's quite short because I was late making it and I did most of it in about 2 weeks, I think. Yeah. And so now we're going to work on the... If it wants to behave. We're going to work on the sequel. We also made Jackie Races last year, which was just kind of like a... I'll just show that briefly. Basically, I took one of the levels from the first Jackie Frost, which was this one, and I turned it into like a time trial version, and we moved some stuff around, and I added a timer and like freeze boxes and stuff like that. And it's a good example actually of what you can do if you're struggling with time but you want to release something for the Winter Wonderjam. It's like, go back into your creations, go to old games you've made, just give them like a winter touch up, try and add some value to them. And yeah, just try and get stuff made for the deadline basically. The important thing is to just try and get some cool stuff made so we can try and look at that, play Jackie Frost. Just I want as much quality Christmas stuff, festive dreams, winter dreams as we can get in December. And I need help to do it essentially. I can't do it by myself. I can make one dream and that's pretty much it. But that's going to be a struggle, as you will see tonight. But yeah, this was fun. I made this in like maybe a week. Most of that was just learning the logic to the timer because I'm really not good at that stuff. And then all of the assets, and most of the level was just from the original Jackie Frost. The Average Golf Book, hello. I say other than this, I'm not really going to be playing any Dreams today. We're mostly going to be making stuff. I am making Jackie Frost 2. The rumors are true. You can stop the begging letters. Stop sending me money. It's happening. It's happening right now. Like after I've done this. There we go. I've already started making it. I've really got like a rough outline of the cutscene. That's something I'm going to be working on today, and I'm remixing some of the old levels. A vampire survivor type game. That sounds awesome. I'm a big sucker for anything like gothic or horror related when it's mashed up with Christmas. I really love that stuff. So, and there you go. That was Jackie Races. That's fun. So, what have we got? Jackie Frost 2. What are we going to do about this? So, obviously one of the main enemies in Jackie Frost 1 was this snowman that I stole from Dinox 11. No, it's the same villain. Somehow, Krampus returned. Yeah. And instead of... Well, I won't spoil it for you, but as you can see, there he is. This is not a piss-covered snowman, as someone suggested in the Discord, which I encourage people to join. And you can share your Wonderjam creations and share about people making stuff. It's all very good. Oh, I've forgotten to colour in the back of him. That's embarrassing. We'll do that at a later date. I'm wondering if he's too yellow and if I should just... I need to make him more sandy, because that's what he's meant to be. He's meant to be a sandman, because old Krampus, he's lost his snow magic, which he nicked off Santa Claus, for those of you who played the first game, and he's going to be dabbling in sand magic. Thank you, The Average Golf Book. Thanks for coming. Yeah, he is fun. I didn't make him. I can't take credit. I've just coloured him in a bit. Dinox 11, I think, who is one of Dream's absolute legends. It's created so much remixable stuff for you to use to make your own games. There's a whole boss fight from the first Jackie Frost. Wouldn't exist without his stuff, basically. I think Krampus is his as well, I think. The model I used for Krampus, it was like a necromancer. Anyway, let's get to it. So, where to start? The title screen I just knocked together. I'm not too worried about that. With the way things are in Dreams at the moment. There you go. And you click play. Oh, beautiful. Very nice. I think that's good enough. You know, I'm not gonna obsess too much about that. I think the game is probably more important. So this was the first level from Jackie Frost 1, or at least part of it. This was like the opening arena you started off in, and as you can tell, there's loads of snow. There's an igloo that didn't quite make it into the final game. And for Jackie Frost 2, we are going to start off in the same place, but it's going to take a different turn. Because, as you can see, everything is getting a little bit sandy instead. So there's going to be a bit of an intro cutscene, which will explain why Jackie does his signature. Boop. And we've got to change that music, because we don't want orchestral angels for this one. We're going to have a more actiony opening. So it comes in, and the plan is basically going to be you come out of this, and unlike the first game where we would then play this tutorial section where you can't jump or spin or anything, and you'd do these, instead of all that, we're going to toss you straight into the action, and there's going to be enemies, and there's going to be fighting, and there's going to be jokes, and it's going to be awesome if I can pull it off, which is a big if. So yeah, we'll be working on this a little bit later and working out what we're actually doing with it, because half of this is just the original level still. So most of this will be deleted. And then we've got the intro, which is... There it is. No, it's not. That's intro 1. Oh yeah, it is.
I know what you're thinking, kid.
No, that's the actual intro
Santa Claus
of the first Jackie Frost. Where is intro 2? I hope I haven't lost it. Intro 2. That's not it. That's what we're going to be working on in a sec. There it is.
I know what you're thinking, kid.
So this is mostly a remix of the original intro, but this year Santa isn't in jail. He is trapped in the desert in a snow globe, and I'm proud of this macabre humor of what is definitely a dead reindeer, which he's been put next to his little cage, which is fun. Yeah. So we're going to start off there, and then this is what was in Jackie Frost's original opening with the reindeer, but this is obviously all going to turn to sand because Krampus is running amok. Krampus is usually over here. He seems to have gone walkies.
It's Santa Claus.
Okay. So yeah, this needs stuff, but I can't really be bothered to do this bit today because my wife made this original intro, and there's going to be lots of picking this apart to find out where she put stuff, and I just do not have the patience today. So we're going to leave this for another time. What I am working on is intro 2, and I've got this really fun idea. So the second game is going to open with... You're going to see like a shot of this house, and it's going to be like really serene, and we're going to be playing like some nice Christmas music, and then it will cut to this picturesque Christmas house, and the camera will pan, and you'll see, bless him, Jackie Frost having a good old sleep, a good rest. And then what's going to happen is the serene Christmas music will break and give way. This is still a work in progress. It will give way to this ominous first person stomp, stomp, stomp coming towards the house. And then it will cut back to Jackie. Sleep, sleep, sleep. Sleep, sleep, sleep. And then back to the stomp, stomp, stomp. Back to the stomp, stomp, stomp. And that will continue for however long I want. And then at some point it will be revealed that the house is under siege from these guys, and this guy's going to pull out a rocket launcher, and he's going to blow out the hut. Boom! And then that's how Jackie will end up doing the whole... And then the game will start, which I think will be a cool opening. Again, if I can pull it off, because I really don't know how to animate, so it's mostly going to be like a camera pan to these guys. Maybe I can muscle up and get one of these guys to point or something, and then... We'll cut to black, and there'll be a sound effect to replicate this house exploding, because I ain't doing that. Lots of shortcuts. That's how you get a game together in a few weeks. That's my advice. So this is kind of where I left off last night. I found this first-person puppet who looks very dorky, but kind of fun. I'm going to turn him invisible because he's obviously meant to be these guys, so don't worry too much about them yet. And yeah, I'm just kind of figuring out what I want it to be. So we definitely need to start off with... Oh, how do we do this? So that is the timeline that starts him. That is automatically playing when the level starts, which isn't a bad thing. But we don't want to switch to it immediately. We want this one to start as well. So if I play that one, what does that do? It's playing the music, but this guy is taking priority. Oh. This might not be the best thing to show on stream because it's going to take me a long time to figure out how to actually make this work. Whereas for anyone who actually knows dreams and works on dreams properly, this would probably be a very simple thing. But for me, it's a lot of grit and trial and repetition. So the doorway opens and we start the scene and it plays the music, which is great, but the camera isn't coming on straight away. Now maybe because that guy's taking precedence. But it does eventually pan when we hit to this one. And it's like I want that guy to be active because I need him sort of mid-sprint by the time we switch to him. So it's like, surely you can have possession. You can have that playing and not have to be in his perspective. I wonder if I turn the timeline off, if it will remember where I was. I don't know if that's how timelines work. So we can try it. So if we rewind and we turn this bad boy off, and then we play. Oh no, it spawns me into him, so I'm auto-spawning. Okay, that's a problem. Somewhere in here. Possessed? Goes into his pectoral muscle? Sure. If I get really stuck in the logic, I will eventually ask Sam to help me at a later date, so it's all good, guys. Don't freak out too much. Off-screen death is dead, as you'd expect. Is it the respawn? Can I not have it? So it's like this camera. So I'm disabling the input and we're hiding the imps. So as far as I know, that should take priority. Because we're literally turning off that guy's input. Why is it only paying attention to the camera when we get to that point? This camera just off? Nope. Definitely not missing anything. Transition time? Nope. That's the problem with cannibalizing stuff from a year ago when you don't really know what you're doing. I say a year ago, 2 years ago. It's like, why is there a doorway there? Okay, new plan. If I turn the puppet off... Hey, so if we turn the puppet off, we start as we should. Brilliant. Let's move you over here. Okay, so about here is where we're going to want to cut to. You know what, we'll probably want to open with the panning shot of the house to establish that that's where he is. So... just going to remind myself where the frick the cameras are. There we go. And now I just have to remember how I do cameras. I don't remember if I place them in the scene and then do it from the timeline, or if I use keyframes. Oh boy. I mean, that is clearly... has a lot of the mechanics changed since the last update? Do I have to relearn everything all over again? Since the last update, no. I have the unfortunate problem of just not being very quick with these sorts of things. So I have to relearn stuff because I never really learned it the first time. If I'm brutally honest, if we have a camera there, we are gonna want to do a nice establishing shot of Jackie's house. There we go. Right. And then what, for a few seconds, and then new camera, and oh, you know what? Scratch that. We're going to want it in the same position. But what we're going to do is we're now going to make that a little bit closer. We're going to pan it in like that. Awesome. And then if we move these cameras to a little bit later on. It probably won't work how I intend it, but let's give it a go. So we open the scene, establishing shot of the house, very nice. We zoom in. And then that needs to be a cut rather than that because we don't want people to... So, Chongo, how's it going? How you diddling? And more importantly, are you entering the Winter Wonderjam? Cut. And then we wanted this transition to be a little bit slower. Open scene, slow zoom in, beautiful, that's worked. That could be sped up a bit, definitely. So now, is it that one I do to speed it up? I think it is. That one. Oh, mate, it's awesome that you're entering that. That's brilliant. Just something cheap and cheerful, that's what I recommend. That's still too long on that. Yeah, it's that I actually need to make the actual camera shorter. Never mind the transition time. Something like that, maybe? Oh. Do 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 do. Let's try that. Ooh, I want this camera to have black bars as well, so it's uniform. While we're at it, let's turn off input and hide the imps. And now the shot's wrong because of the black bars. That's annoying. It's probably gonna look funky now I've done that. Oh no, that was fine. Let's try again. Slow zoom in. Okay. The second camera needs to have black bars. And disable that stuff. Okay. That's almost too quick. I'm really pedantic about stuff like this. This is the type of creation that Sam absolutely hates. Just this sort of nitpicky. I also wanted the second one to zoom in a bit more. Doo-doo. Which is you as a friend? I think it was better before, wasn't it? Awesome. Okay, here's the tricky bit. Let's try that again. Whoa. Right there. Where is that? So it's there. Oh man, it's gonna be tricky. I don't know how to do this, so I definitely want something to happen there. We need to turn off Silent Night. And we can actually cut this camera here. Because this is where we want this guy to come alive. Oh, how do I activate him again? Do I need to look at him? Good enough. Is anyone else as bad at the tools as I am? Is that something I can hang my hat on at least, or there are a few people that are as ropey as I am? Power on. So if we turn his power on, and if we also turn the second timeline on, what do you reckon? Is that going to work? See if that works as intended. Almost. Almost. Okay, these guys need to be turned off. They should not be wandering about. They should not even be visible at this point. First things first, let's stop them from messing about. Disable wandering. Boop. Is there any chance that would just make them stand still? That would be really useful if it did. Where have all their yellows gone? Ugh. They need touching up for sure. Disable wandering. Okay, so they're not wandering anymore, but they are still idle and doing their little animations. And he shouldn't be like that. Should be in there, brother. Wonderful. Okay. Patrol. Can I just edit there? This is one of those things, and if anyone knows, please feel free to shout out if there's an easy way I can just make these guys stand still and not do all their fancy idle animations and stuff that the creators programmed in. I know there's something around here. Procedural animations. Interesting. So if I turn these off... Oh my god, that's terrifying. It seems to have worked. So if I just repeat that for these two... Somehow. Where were we? Off. Oh, honestly, I ain't got a clue. I'm hoping they're all gonna sit still. Oh, come on. So that's nope, that didn't work at all. And he gets really angry. You want to try and limit him? Oh, this guy. Can I just lobotomize them? Did that work? I think you have to find the animation timelines in the logic and deactivate them. You are right. That's definitely the correct way of doing this. But I try a smashy approach. Did that work? Yeah, boy. It's like in the first Jackie Frost. I had him fall out of the sky and hit the ground, and there was no way I was going to be able to animate his arms like doing what they needed to do. For it looked really jarring. So what I did was I chopped his arms off. So in the opening cutscene, he comes down so quick you can't notice he doesn't have arms, but it just made it look so much more fluid, which is really fun. That's brilliant. That seems to be working. Cool. And what's more is we know that at the start of the game, these guys are going to be turned off. Not bad at all. I think I want that a little bit further on. in the timeline when we start, so he's not so far away. Maybe with the music as well. Can I literally just delete the start? Or is that just dragging that to us? I think it probably is. Can I set where the timeline starts? Are you going to listen to that? Is that a thing we can do, guys? We are going to want it to play once for sure. Playhead position. Okay. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so it certainly remembers. I just need to get it to start from there. I suppose I could literally... Can I trim the animation? Does that work? I don't know if that's doing what I hope it's doing. Probably not. I think that worked. What I'm now conscious of is it looks kind of jarring when you go from the black bars to then that guy not having any black bars. I'm pretty sure I can't give him black bars, which means we are probably going to want to remove the black bars from the other cameras just so it looks a bit more fluid. I think so. Which is fun because that's why we reframed everything. So we could use the black bars, but never mind. Never mind. Can I just select them all at once? No black bars. Oh, yikes. Did you work? No black bar. No black bar. Brilliant. How do you look? Oh, I like that. That was well timed with the music. Ooh, that's perfect. Very nice. And then to make it more complicated, we're going to have to turn this stuff off so you can't see that when the first person thing is happening. Or maybe we can just block it with like a wall, maybe? A wall of ice. I wonder how that would look if we just maybe took one of these and did that. Doo-doo. What do you reckon? You guys are going to be sick of this cutscene by the time we're done with this. Not terrible. I hate this. Can we do without that one? I think we can, actually. Okay. So when we get here... Oh, I need to time it properly. Why isn't Silent Night stopping playing? Do we ask it to do that or not? So this keyframe should stop. Ooh, if we were sneaky, could we turn the volume to 0 and then it would remember its place? Minus 55. Ooh, someone remember that. Minus 55, that will be important. So if I put that to minus 100, does that stop playing altogether? It worked. It's not playing. Excellent. Okay, I'm sorry. I've got to play that one more time just to get the timing right. So, new man. Da, 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 da. There. So that is where we're going to want to cut back to Jackie for the comedy. Because it's funny, because he's goofing around, having a sleep while these guys are going to get him. So here we need another keyframe where we undo everything we just did. We should label this stuff. Turn man on. Read into that what you will. And then naturally turn man off. Now I'm less confident of this because we're also going to want to put Silent Night back onto minus 55. We are going to want to in fact, like, we could let him carry on walking if the cameras want to listen to us now. So if I can have that camera again, because it's just, oh boy, what's going on with you? His face is melting. Okay, we'll worry about that in a bit. So we obviously want here, the man can carry on walking. I don't really care about that. No, he has to stop, really. Can we pause the timeline? It would be fancy if we paused it, wouldn't it? Because then we could turn it back on. Or would it just play from where it was going? What do you reckon? Off. Oh, this is going to be... We definitely don't need that now, do we? So then a few, not as long, just a few seconds with looking at him. Do you have preview and visibility on? I do. Yeah, mostly it's just the snowman. That's why his face is melting. Ha. Cool. Thank you. When you turn on preview and visibility, you can see his Wampa origins, if we put it that way. Let's not tell anyone about that. So, new keyframe. So we get to here. Oh, I don't want it to blend. Okay, so camera goes to here. We want to, again, turn off Silent Night. So you'll be 0. And if this works, this will be amazing. Turn back on the timeline, and hopefully it just carries on as it was going. And then the go will be even further to the house. Let's see. Okay, that needs to be a cut. Yeah, not quite right. Oh dear, lots to take away from that. First things first, you need to be a cut. I swear we put him to minus. Oh, I've reversed it, so so that is meant to wait. This is where we label things. Turn man off. So no, when man is turned off, you are minus 55. And then turn man on, turn man off. Yeah, so that should be 0 again, but I swear it was still playing. The big question, was the timeline starting again from the start, or was it already... Was it carrying on as it should be? So we get halfway towards the dip. That music doesn't stop, which is a problem. I think it maybe just starts again. Maybe he's just slow and doesn't make a lot of progress. So when the man is turned off, we need to make sure I mean the timeline's being turned off, so that should stop the music. Timelines within timelines. I'll make that a bit more even as well. Better. I think it's more juddery since I moved that up. If I just play it and watch. Okay. So the man's about to turn on. There he goes. He's turned off. He actually carries on. Oh, and then when that comes back on, it resets him. Interesting. So this keyframe is probably not too helpful. So it's interesting that when you turn off the timeline, he'll keep on running regardless. It's like because the possession thing has already started, it's gonna carry on regardless. It's almost like definitely only want you to play once. How far does he actually get? Jesus. He's kind of doing a weird crouch now. I probably need to redo the whole record thing because he doesn't get nowhere near as close to the house as I need him to. And I can probably do it a bit smoother as well. I think if we save it there, in case I mess it up. We're making progress. Slow but steady progress. Where's my dude gone? hope I don't regret that. Why aren't you working? Because you're turned off. Okay. Oh, God damn it. That tells you it right. Let's turn you off for the time being. Okay, we're going to be brave. We're going to delete this. And then we're going to... turn our man back on. And we're going to possess him. We want a nice smooth walk. Alright, try not touch the camera too much. Boom, beautiful. Kind of tripped on... oh, what am I doing? Get out of it. You tripped on that a little bit, but that's fine. Jordan Hedges, hello? Oh, Jordan. I hope... don't judge me too harsh. I really don't know what I'm doing. As everyone in the chat will tell you. Right. That is hopefully a little bit smoother than it was. And it gives us the full breadth of what we want to do. Need to open up the chat on my phone because I'm only getting half the messages. If you bear with us. I mean, I'd recommend just generally just do something easy. Just cannibalize creations. That's what I'm advising people to do. This Jackie Frost 2 is mostly going to be remix Jackie Frost 1 with just some creative tweaks. And then Dreamscom. I don't know when Dreamscom's coming out, but I'm just literally going to use it to... I am going to try and get something done for it, but I'm just going to use it to advertise my Jackie Frost thing, basically. Okay. You back on. Man. Man off. Let us see how much of this is still working. That definitely started that again, so we need to tweak that. Okay. Rather than do the whole timeline, we need to just do the elements of the timeline. Or maybe all of it. Okay, let's figure this out. So, firstly, that was to... need to trim off the star a little bit. So, happy, happy, happy. Silent Night plays. We turn the man on. Did the music come on? Let's just test it. I don't know how annoying this is to watch or not, but this is how I make stuff. I just have to constantly replay it and just tweak things as I go. Okay, that was good. Okay, that was very good. So I don't know. No mortgage, no electric bills, and no water bills. Just one day a year he's called on to save Christmas. And that's not even every year. If we go by like the release schedule for this, can I call it a franchise? Is that a bit delusional? So the music on, off. So the off was perfect. Back to Jackie. It's the on that doesn't quite work. Because it's resetting him, which I don't like at all. It's that keyframe I don't like. Or is it that one? So he carries on running. It's like good for him. Which is what we want. So all we really want is it to possess him again. Okay. What if? I mean, say this keyframe didn't exist. When the camera gets to this point and there's nothing else for it to play, would it not send it back into him? He's off, so no. But he's still running even though he's off. So if we turned him off, or if we turn the timeline off. Where's the man? Turn man off. Does that actually highlight you? It doesn't. So I think we need to go backwards. It's not this keyframe that's the problem. It's this one. So this is turn man off. Okay. So instead of turning this off, we keep him on. Will the camera take priority over this dude? Because we want to leave him on and we want to leave him running. I just don't feel like it's going to work. That actually worked beautifully. Holy moly. How did that even work? Okay, so it just naturally went back to him when the camera ended. Let's turn man off. Okay. So we don't want to turn off this, which is what I did. My bad. Keep them on. What we do want to do is the volume's at 0. Minus 100, so it doesn't play anything. Yeah. Yeah. And then when this camera ends, we do a new keyframe. And keep changes. It should just switch back to him automatically, but we need the fun music back on. So that was at 0. I think that'll work. Perfect. Oh man, we are there. We are friggin' there. So, same camera. What do you reckon? 2 seconds? A little bit shorter this time because we want to make it quicker. So turn man off. This was less about turning the man off, and all we were doing was turning the music. God, it's hard to get it right in my head. The man turns off, Jackie, 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 Jackie. And then crazy, 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 crazy. Back to Jackie, which means so if we're back to Jackie, then that means this has got to be minus 55, there it is. And it means you are going to be minus 100 again. And then there'll be a few seconds of Jackie, and then it'll be the same as this again, which we can probably just duplicate that keyframe. And then more stalking, more stalking, more stalking. Let's try that. That's really fun. Silent Night was still playing at the end. back to 0. I'm quite proud of that. I'm proud that only took me one evening, to be honest with you. So I think we're going to have one final cut to Jackie. We'll get him get a little bit close. And then maybe we won't even play Silent Night because, you know, tensions are high at that point. Intro, thank you very much. There's been a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to do this. I don't even want to call it animating because it's not animating. It's turning off timelines and on again and stuff. But it's very complicated for my dusty brain. Okay, so that is going to turn on Mr. Jackie. And then after that, we're going to want to go to the snowmen. Or shall we show the house and then we'll pan to the snowmen? That'll be fun. So we'll show... We'll show the house like that. What do you reckon? And then that camera will pan to these boys here. Animating can be such a struggle. I still suck at characters moving and animating at the same time. I refuse to animate walk cycles. It's just impossible. I remember when they released one of the last updates for Dreams, and it was the cool stop motion effects and stuff, and like the new way to animate. I was like, I'm still struggling to learn the old way to animate, and that's just I'm just not going to get it. Okay, we let him get a bit too close. Hey, not bad. So... these need to come in a bit quicker. Maybe there. And then we got to turn off the music once again to 0. But no Silent Hill. Silent Hill? Silent Night. Because it'll be on Jackie, and then it'll cut to the house, and then it'll pan. I think somewhere in there we needed to... In fact, we can turn the man off altogether at this point, can't we? because we don't need them anymore. So we turn man off, and let's turn the snowman back on. So we've got something to look at. Near enough. I think that's it. There needs to be a cut. Not bad. What is this? I've got a world animation system for Guts setup, but all of his animations are stored in one action recorder and one timeline. And I keyframe the timeline playhead to determine which. It's a system called Vizesium, came up with to improve on a slightly less efficient system I was working. That's absolutely insane. Just to put that into perspective, I once tried to follow I think it was a Tap Jaws tutorial on how to get the timeline of a pinhead in the right place so that a song would play consistently as you switch scenes, and I think I probably lost a good 6 months of my life, not like in real time trying to implement it, but just the stress. Like, that's going to take me out a bit sooner than I expected, I think. So we need a nice cut to black. That's the one. What's the easiest way to cut to black at this point now? And is it going to be... Because I will literally get something black and I will search for black, and I'm just going to put a camera on its face. Oh. That certainly is black. There's no way that will work, right? You see, the simplest in me, Jordan, says, do you have to have 4 separate animations for dodging and 4 stances? My motto is, 1 attack button is more than enough. That's done alright. I need to disable the camera. Let's disable the imp. Ooh! Okay, well the good news is the effect worked beautifully. So when we go to the house, we need to turn off imps and controllers. That's just good cameraing generally. Oh wait, what? Oh Christ, I'm turning this off. Needed a bigger explosion at the end as well. Oh, I need a sound effect. I think the ship one sounded pretty good. Maybe there. Um, I'm really pleased with that. And I can keep the camera rolling until the doorway, so we can stop the imp. I think that's pretty much... I've got to make it a bit fancier, but I think that's pretty much there. Ooh. Hang on. Yeah, it's that's a problem. You're a bit too close. I'm gonna have to shave your butt. What do you reckon, good enough? No mountain butt, that's nice. Dun, 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 dun. That looks okay. Dun, 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 dun. Hey! Beautiful. I think I want the black screen and the sound effects to come in a smidge sooner. And then that to extend to the doorway. Yeah, most of my problems are solved by chopping, cutting, just deleting. It ain't pretty, but it works. I'm gonna have to show you armless Jackie because I'm quite proud of the amputation I used to fix the first game. I think one more run of this and then I'm gonna move on to something else. Done. Done, done, done. I don't care if it's cheating. That is beautiful. That's cheating. That's called being smart, son. Save. Ah. So, if I go into the first Jackie Frost, which is somewhere in here. Snowy crap. The final snow down. Snow and steady. Snow way out. So this one I had a problem with the... As Jackie would come down, as he would splat, the arms would just like flail and pop everywhere as he hit the ground, and it didn't look good. And I tried to fix it with animation, and I couldn't quite do it. So what I did is I took Jackie and I just chopped his arms off. Oh, he just gets launched like 300 miles per hour into that floor. Oh, beautiful. So the next stage of the process is turning this map into... I'm gonna reuse it. But we have to make it different. And I think we can make it different by... We're gonna make it combat-y. Rather than a slow tutorial. So that's what happens after the explosion. The snowmen appear, boom, blows up the house. And he lands all the way back where he started in the first game. It's cute, right? I think it's cute. But I deleted all of his powers so we could do the tutorial. So we need to fix that. I need to remember how I did that. It's somewhere hiding in this map. And I've probably not labeled it, which is definitely the problem. So, okay, so you start the tutorial. He doesn't know how to do anything. And then you collect this, which plays a cutscene. Arms? Arms timeline. What does it say? Arms? Oh, Christ. If you don't already know this, if you can take away anything from this stream for your own creations, it's just label stuff, especially keyframes as you're doing it, because it will save you a lot of headaches somewhere down the road. What are you? Okay, so that's the cutscene. That gives Jackie his powers back, surely. Oh my god, it looks like the Joker there. Oh no, it doesn't. Because all he tells him to do is just prompts him to have a walk around, and you come over here. So surely it's in the puppet. I wouldn't have deleted stuff for this because I needed to turn it back on. Ooh. Jump on. I made a switch. Could it be... Oh, I turned it off because you could like spin in the opening cutscene, which wasn't good. So if I turn these back on... Nope. That other switch did not activate the... I can jump. I don't know what that's for, so I'm going to best turn that off. Jump. Okay, square goes over here, this timeline. How did I do this? Spin off. What the heck are you for? Okay, you press square, and there's two lines coming off of it. Ah, spin on. Beautiful. Okay, so it's not a problem there because I've disabled the controller input. Now it's a problem. At least he doesn't jump out. And then I can spin and I can jump again. Brilliant. Back to where we started. Then in the original game,
There's a hot chocolate on top of those pillars. I bet we can use that to melt the snow.
and then this was the first platforming you did, which I thought was fine. And then I got my sister to game test this, who doesn't really play video games. And this was just a absolute massive roadblock to navigate this. She managed this bit okay, but then getting from here to there was impossible. And then the final jump. Okay, so even I failed then, but this was clearly too tricky platforming to start off the game with.
You're drinking it? I thought we were gonna...
And then in the original game...
Yeah, well, I guess we use what we have on hand.
That's snow.
I'm just gonna move the camera over to this bird for a few seconds for the...
And we make a piss joke, of course.
Playing. Oh, would you look at that? The snow mysteriously melted. Let's move swiftly on.
Because, you know, Jackie Frost was a high class game. And then, yeah. So one of the things that bothered me about the original was how dark it was as well. So I'm thinking I'm just going to turn off shadows, because that gets really dark there. It's really tight and it doesn't look good on film when we recorded it for YouTube. It feels okay to play, but... And then I like this gag.
Huh. Really thought that was gonna be more of a thing.
The old fake boss fight. Star Wars Survivor stole that from me, who, to be fair, stole it from Spider-Man 2. Cool. I have to say goodbye to the Framaba? Is that the right one? Yes. You are being turned off because you do not fit the level anymore. Look at all these invisible walls. I don't even remember putting these here. There's no escaping the tutorial. The hell? Oh, hello. There's some cheeky little assets to use. Lots of twigs. Music. So I need something that's going to be, it's going to be deserty, but then also it needs to be quite actiony because it's going to be like a big fight. Music. So we just start with desert. And then it's trying to find something that's not copyrighted, like Persona 5. There we go. It's a bit overused. You know what? It's a media molecule, but if it works, it works. So I think when did we turn the music on originally? Oh, of course, there's two. Oh, new music. Oh, I put that one ready. Calm down, everyone. So it's alright. It's lacking a bit of energy. $200. Just butchered it, haven't I? So the plan is, he's going to pop out of the ground, and there's basically going to be a horde of Sandmen. How I'm going to have a horde of Sandmen approach, I don't know. But you'll fight a few waves of them, and then there'll be some funny jokes. What the hell is that? Oh. I don't know. And then the plan is we'll get through this area, and then this was quite short in the original game because I completely ran out of time making the first level. So we can probably make more of a meal of this. There's just a few basic platforming jumps. You can do something fun with that, and then this whole area. Maybe you walk up to do the end of level exit, and there's like a tower there or something. I have got to make all of this yellow. Which isn't going to be overly fun. I'm not going to do that on stream because it's just going to be a lot of scope in, click this, type in and I can do that frankly in my own time. I'm not going to subject you guys to that. Maybe one more. Sand. What else we got? I want something as epic as Arabian Nights from Aladdin. See, that sounds really good, but is that copyright? I will run that for the old Google and we'll see. It's pretty fun. It's literally called Sand Enemy. Huh. Oh, go on, shall we risk it? Oh, I don't remember. Not just me, right? I played too soon. Oh no, that is correct. And then I thought, I've just had the thought now because it's, oh well, it's loud. I like it though. Yeah, I can dig it. I just hope it isn't copyright. Let's turn you down a smidge. Yeah, I was thinking, because all the levels open with snow puns, so it's Here We Snow Again, which I really like. But then I've just had the thought, should the puns now be, should they be sand instead of snow? Does sand make good puns? I can't think of any off the top of my head. It's probably not a good sign. Okay. I know I'm at a really difficult point because I don't know what I want to delete from the original level. I definitely got to delete these. We're not doing these again. Plus that is logic tied to these boxes, but I want to keep the boxes because I've got some fun ideas with them this time. And the present. Okay. Dinox, hello. Oh, I can feel myself flagging. Oh man, saving takes a long time these days. When you're ready. What is going on? I really hope my game's not about to crash because this is crazy. Send help. I clicked save the game and it's really having a big think about it. Oh, I missed Dinox message. Does sand again and again work as a sand pun? I think it does. I've not had any massive trouble. God, I'm touching wood right now because I really hope this goes through. I save everything online, so I think I'm good. Jackie's last sand is brilliant. I'm definitely gonna steal that. That is that's a final boss fight. Maybe I'll come. Maybe I'll pop up. Here we snow again, and then maybe I'll cross it out, and then I'll replace it with a sand pun. Has anyone been creating in dreams? Like, is this normal? Should I wait this out? Because I'm kind of scared about quitting the game. Offline mode. This is not normal. Oh dear. Oh, odd guy says it is normal. If I get a corrupt save file, and I lose everything, I don't know what to do. Usually it will say error failed to save after a while if it takes too long. Oh, what do we reckon? Should I? If I quit the game, I don't know if it quits the stream. It probably does. So I'm streaming off PlayStation. I've been getting recently. It will save. Just keep trying. Mr. Gumbit, do you suggest should I quit the game or should I just bear with it? I'm going to give it like another minute, and if it doesn't work, I will quit. And I don't know if that will end the stream or not, but I'm going to have to do something. And then I'll let you guys know if I'm dead. Okay. I don't think the bar's moved, has it? Okay, I'm gonna quit out. If it ends the stream, then goodbye. Thank you for tuning in. If it doesn't, then hang about.